What up? Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Blockchain Brew. I'm your co-host with Trent and Ada over here. Trent is going to tell you why everything about Cardano, why you shan't buy it, and we're going to get into the news, what Bitcoin is doing. Guys, did we get fooled on the 12-hour? What? Why is everything not pumping? Or was this the tariff letter news? I don't know if you guys caught on X. I posted this morning. I said, hey, keep an eye out. The letters are coming out today. And literally, Lord behold, as soon as those letters came out, everything had to come down a little bit. But is it something to be worried about? I mean, did we hit the liquidations? Did we break resistance? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, guys, my sticker's coming off my hat. That's so dumb. I need more glue stick. In a second here. I got it right. Okay, we'll fix the sticker on the show. There. Glue stick. Guys, welcome in. Hit the golden like button if you want to see me glue stick another sticker to my hat. Don't hit it. Downside, because I don't want that. But we want to hit the golden like button, guys. So smash that like button. Guys, we have the subscribe bell. We try to get 4 good rings off it. I almost dropped it. I didn't know if you saw it, but we got it. We got the 4 good rings. Guys, it's done pretty good today. You know, the whole market seems to be, I wouldn't say even trading down. It's like almost like a sideways, minus Sologenics. Sologenics is ripping. Why is Sologenics ripping, Trent?
I'm not really sure.
Well, we're going to have to deep dive in onto that. Today, I don't know. I'm going to pull a Trent. And I'm bringing in another Imperial IPA that is squash. And it is going to be sweet. We're running into about a juicy, hazy IPA, about 9%. What do you got today, Trent?
Well, today I had to, you one-upped me last night. So I had to come with something good right now. Actually, I need to turn my light on.
I call foul. You can't be switching out right now.
So what I've got here today is Hang My Boots.
Hang your boots?
From Monkish Brewing Company in Anaheim, California. It is a triple hazy IPA coming in at 10.3% even.
Do they have a Monkish brewery in Washington?
No. There's Torrance, which is a suburb of LA. That's where it started. And then Anaheim is their second location.
Oh. Did you notice StreamYard had an update? Or am I just going crazy?
It definitely does have an update, yeah.
Because I keep noticing the mic by my name and it's like fluctuating. And I'm like, whoa. Look at Transport, guys. He's gotten 2 fingers of juice already in that bottle. It's looking sweet. It's looking ripe. It's looking good. He didn't even tell us the APV. He's just
10.3%.
Oh, he did beat me. You did beat me, Trent.
Man,
I'll teach you a lesson. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That one's a juice bomb. I mean, it's just popping with orange, nectarine, pineapple, mango. But as always with these, it's a little dank on the back end, and it's like unripened fruit. So I say orange, and it's like, oh yeah, orange. But then also lick a tree bark and eat the orange pill as well. just faintly on the back end. Which you want a little bit of bitter, or else you're just drinking sugar.
Orangey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like it pretty bitter. I've been eating. What was I gonna say? I've been eating raw garlic, and it's not bitter, Trent. It's spicy.
Yeah.
Very spicy.
Yeah.
And then another thing, guess how I start my mornings?
Huh.
I start my mornings with I have a multivitamin not pill, but I drink juice, and then I put a teaspoon of cayenne pepper into it.
Okay.
You drink that. Cayenne pepper is anti-inflammatory and anti-cancerous. So you drink that every morning, and it's good for you. And it does a bunch of other good stuff. But man, it's like eating a Buffalo Wild Wing first thing in the morning. And it really wakes you up too. Like, holy, it's nice. What do we got going for us in the chart, Trent? What do we got going in bubbles? Do you remember that token we looked at last week called Blaze?
Yes, I do.
You know, unfortunately for everybody out there, I don't know if you're familiar with Archetype. He runs that coin, and it looks like Archetype rugged it, and it is down 98.5%.
Dang. Hey, who was asking us about that?
I'm assuming people that were in it.
Yeah. Sorry, no, I don't want no one on blast. I was thinking out loud. But
what do you think about the meme coins kind of going down today? It's kind of surprising to see SPX, Barcoin, Pengu, and WIF down.
Well, you know, look, last night I was thinking that we were going to go down, you know, about $1,000, and that's if we're lucky. See, here's the thing. Well, I'll get the charts in a little bit, but yeah, let's keep running through the bubbles. The long and the short of it, no pun intended, is that you know, I was expecting, because it looked on the stream last night like we were rejecting from the top of the channel, just under $110,000. I was expecting some red to start the week. Plus Mondays, Crypto Lifer doesn't trade Mondays. He calls them false move Mondays, and says that you know, it's primed for fake outs, and he doesn't really trust a trade on a Monday unless it's just blatantly obvious.
That floor polygon. That's an ugly chart.
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is that Bonk, you know, Bonk is up 57%, and it didn't really drop today. It only dropped 1.5%, which is really bizarre. You know, WIF's down for the week and the month.
Yeah.
SPX. Jordan used to be really big on SPX. We haven't seen him in a while.
I know. Fondo looks attractive right there. So does Render, Crow,
Quant. We were talking about Quant yesterday.
Render, Crow, Ada.
You got some shade thrown at you on a video yesterday I was watching. Coin Baron was talking about how Crypto.com is doing better than ADA.
Well, you know, price-wise, maybe it is.
I don't think it is, though. I mean, it's up 66% for the year. Where's Crow at? See? You get some. You took some shade.
Wait, but Ada's up 66% for the year?
Yeah, this is Chronos for the year. This is Cardano for the year. Crow. Cardano.
Huh. I don't know.
Crow started here and finishes here. Ada starts here and is definitely up for the year. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Slap some skin on that Mr. Coin Baron over there, because I feel like he might have been wrong on that call.
Yeah. There's no way to mince that. You know, it is what it is. Ada has not, like, you know, blown out of the atmosphere.
Hey, some more pops. Oh,
Ada hasn't, like, blown past the atmosphere or anything like that, but and you know, just under 60 cents is a very low price for Ada, and it's a very frustrating price for a lot of holders.
Monero doing better than Ada.
Yeah, see, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Ada Network's not. Shib's Network's not. Tencoin's not. Link's not.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a fair one.
Yeah.
ADA's doing better than Litecoin. That's not old enough. ADA's doing better than Quant. ADA's doing better than IMX. ADA's doing better with FET. I mean, ADA's not doing bad. You know, ADA gets a lot of crap. today was doing better. XLM's doing better.
Hey, I saw H-bar today breaking out of a falling wedge, targeting about 38 cents. That wasn't my TA. That was Carl from the Moon's TA, but you know.
Yeah, I do like my Hedera. XRP. It's hard to beat XRP. I mean, look at that. It hasn't even gone down yet. I can't believe this $2 level support's been holding unbelievably well. I mean, how far I would have bet money that we would have came back down to like $1 or $1.50. I would have bet money on that. And the fact that we have it is, I don't even know. It just shows how strong that $2 floor is.
Yeah.
It is also doing better than BNB.
It is.
And better than Doge. Not by a lot. But it is doing better than Dogecoin.
Yeah.
So there you go. Have it, guys. ADA is stronger. Don't be pooping on the ADA. Whoa, you know what? VeChain looks just like Chrono's chart. Oh, where did he go?
Right here.
What do you think the difference between VeChain and Crow? I'm just trying to figure out where your head is at. So this is VeChain.
Well, for some reason, our Monday viewership is not there right now. So, I'm just going to sit down and chill until we get some people in.
What do you think about, so here's Crow on the year, right? Actually, I don't like that. Nope, we're going back. Okay, so here's Crow for the year. Now here's VeChain for the year. They literally have to pump together, Yeah. I mean that I don't know why, but that definitely looks like they pump at the same time. I mean, this peaked at. Maybe it actually dropped. I can't even get my needle there. 12.3. Crow peaked at 12.4. Pretty interesting, though. I mean, timing-wise, that's so close together. Hello, X. Why did you decide to show up on my page? I don't know, Trent. Take a look at the liquidations. Maybe read a news article or two. Wow, dude. You see how many freaking shorts that are trying to get liquidated? They're really stacking them shorts, dude. Starting at 109 now, and then you got another squeeze at just before 110, and you got a squeeze at a big fat squeeze just after 110.
Yeah.
That is wild. Oh my goodness. Look how thick it is. It's like blinding on the chart. How can you not see that? I'm kind of surprised we didn't end up taking out the 107 level shorts yet. There's not very many there, but I guess we're not too far away. We're like $1,000 away from it.
Yeah. I mean, we're like only $600 away at this point. We might go knock it out. We just might.
Yeah. Guys, at least I was wrong yesterday. I thought we were gonna pump a lot harder. That 12-hour, man, it faked me out. Look at that. We had the green dot with upward momentum and like an instant rejection off that trend line. Red dot, VWAP flash crash below the zero line. Oh, you sucker. I mean, I guess we're still holding the 21, but man, that was so annoying, Trent.
Yeah.
And the daily, now we have a red dot on the daily. Now we just got it. We just got the red dot, so I guess it's not confirmed yet. But watching the green go down, now we're in below the zero line on the daily. Not the greatest vibe to see. The 2-day looks like it's about to go below. This looks like it's about to go below. The blue momentum waves. The 3-day still looks a little okay. Yeah. I don't know, Trent. How are you feeling looking at this chart?
Well,
short term momentum to the downside. Yeah, VWAP going down, strength going down. 4 hour VWAP still below the zero line. Blue momentum wave still looks like it's could go down more. It is bouncing off this trend pattern right here. If we go down, I don't know, we'll probably go drop to 105 maybe.
So check out that. Go back to the weekly again. So, I'm not a market cipher guy, but the green dot at the top of the oscillator. What's that speaking to us?
Well, I mean, if I had to guess, if that would speak really bullishness. Last time we had a green dot fake out was back here, and even with that one, we still pumped up from 62 to 70. That was $7,000. And usually we get a red dot fake out like that. It doesn't usually happen. Like even back here, we have a red dot.
That's like 10%, by the way. That's like over 10%.
Yeah, well, back here in 2023, we have a red dot, green dot fake out, and we jumped up from a low from 20,000 to a high of 30,000. It's $10,000. Which puts us in the ballpark of 120. Which that's kind of what I would be. Yeah, about $10,000 move. I would like to see. Green dots on the bottom are more stronger indications for a larger upward action. Because, you could see like down here to up here is bigger candle, down here to up here, bigger candle. But I think this should be some sort of continuation. The one that really, this one, usually monthly ones are real good action. Look at this one. We had.
And we just got that.
Yeah. Well, we got that back in. I think this is May.
Yeah.
Oh, November. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Well, you have that one right there at the end.
Yeah. Well, you go over to regular candles. We get that green dot right here, confirms. We have continuation up, and we come down, and we have continuation back up to a higher high, and that's kind of right where we're at. And these types of moves, I don't usually use regular candles as much as you, but when we come up like this, there's two things that are going to happen. We either break down and retest, or we break out and we jump up to like 190. 139.
Speaking of large upward action, I'm bringing back
the Swift
today.
I think I used some Swift today when I was behind my blade, wiping my toilet paper. That's why the shirt doesn't have sleeves anymore. But honestly, everything tells me in the inside this market's not over. I don't believe this market's over.
Absolutely
this
not.
This green dot doesn't scream super strength right now because it's just 45 to 47. Actually, believe it or not, we moved up a little bit. It was 46 to 45 yesterday. I need those. I would like to see those momentum lines separate a little bit, And for reference, we're at strength 45, 47 right now, right? This stuff goes up to like 120. And to reference it, as we were going to talk about this anyways, is check out freaking Solo. Their momentum waves right now, is it on the daily or the 4 hour? It's at strength 102 to 99. Those numbers, if we see that in Bitcoin, that's saying alt season, and I think that we got to break out of that zone. Now, how fast can we do that? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've been bugged a lot today about Sologenics. I don't know why it is pumping, but I do think this is a temporary top, and I think that because you go to the 1 hour or even like the 30-minute, you kind of get like this double top, like triple top pattern. Well, you get the movement to the downside. Now, the money flow is thick, which tells me I don't know if this run's over yet. I think it could continue because it's so thick. But checking out the 1 hour. Oops. This could have been the fake out. That could have been the retest. I would figure that we probably would fake out a little lower to like 35 before maybe continuing up to cool off. That's what I'm kind of guessing. We got a red dot
right there on the 4 hour. Look at how far away it is from the 21 moving average. Like, you know, it has a date with Destiny at the 21 moving average. And, you know, the thing about the 21, you know, I'm going to call her a she. And the thing about her,
is that because she's 21?
Yeah. The thing about her when it comes to dating is that, you know, if you have a date with her, you're not getting away from it. If you don't show up for the date, she's going to come to your house, knock on your door, shine a flashlight through your bedroom window, and knock and say, "Hey, I'm here. Open up."
Yeah, right. This to me, looking at this, the VWAP's so strong and the strength's flying up. It's almost 30 clicks difference. I would guess that we probably could have some sort of retrace back down to like the 28, maybe even the 30, and then continue up because the 21's down here. It's just starting to curve on the 3-day. The VWAP's so strong up. The red's just coming in. Strength's flying up. We're still technically over. Stokes are low still. We're oversold on the 5-day, and it looks like this could be just beginning. But you know, everybody says, man, things go straight up. They have to come back to reality at some point.
Yeah.
Oh,
what's the all-time high on this?
We have a green dot, Trent, right here. And you know, a sweet spot about this is that's also when Bitcoin ran up real quick. And then I'll tell you the all-time high. So we got the green dot that's just barely above the zero line. Those are also tight trigger waves too, because look at this one. You can barely see this one tight. You see it, Trent?
Yeah.
And then you have a tight one just above it, and then boom, look at Bitcoin, it runs up. That one's kind of above it. When they're really tight, like this one's a really good reference that we can get a good upwards action. Wow, that's all I got.
What's the all-time high on Sologenics?
How do you spell it?
SOLOGENIC.
All-time high is when XRP won its thingy-mabobber, and it went to 94 cents.
Okay. It's at 37 right now.
Yeah, and it literally went from 94 from 8 cents.
Dude, how ballsy of a move would it be? Say I took like 10,000 XRP, right? Which is a lot of my XRP. It's almost all of it. But say I took like 10,000 XRP and I just moved all of that shit into Sologenic.
It probably will outperform XRP. As much as I don't like Stellar will probably outperform XRP too.
Yeah. What a ballsy move, though. You know?
It would be ballsy. What's the market cap of Sologenics? Market cap is 150 million.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Like, I think man, I think that would win so big. Here's the problem.
What?
What a ballsy move, my wife said. Look at the screen. These are my bourbon ice cubes.
Are they frozen right now?
Yeah. But you know what? Like, here's the difficult thing about that move for me. I just think it's harder to time. That's my only problem with that move. Like,
I don't know, because
part of me, like, maybe it's just because this triple IPA is hitting me right now. Part of me is like, man, I should pull the trigger on that.
Okay, let's take a look at it, Trent. Yeah. Monday, all-time high is when we had it, okay? Monday, the 18th of November. Now, if we go to XRP, when did we have the all-time high of XRP? Monday the 13th. So
yeah,
I mean, really, you could even, if you wanted to, even say the 18th. Weird. It doesn't give me the 18th as an option. It says 20th. Even still, the 20th, XRP was still at $3.30.
yeah.
So they really pumped coincide, and not just that. I mean, check out Hedera, Monday the 13th. And all the ISOs go together.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not Crow. ADA was. Oh no, wait. Was I wrong? Is that why the dates didn't line up, Trent? I was like, why is it not giving me the 18th? Was I a month off? I don't think so. Solo was all-time high at November, Monday the 18th. XRP all-time high at January. So Monday the 18th.
Though, what's the difference between? Well, it's a big difference. Now go to Sologenics and look at the difference between November and January.
November and January?
Yeah.
So here's the month of November. I'm assuming this is January. So January it hit 165.
Okay, that's not a
compared to 94.
Difference.
30%. But that's even you're talking about wicks,
Yeah.
But in the body, it's still 60 on average, 65 to 53.
Yeah.
Now, granted, if you started down here and you bought it at 7 cents, and you sold it at 53 cents, you're not.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares?
So.
Huh. Yeah. That's the thing that would keep me from making the kind of move I was just saying. Is that it's just harder to time. I might take 1,000 XRP, put it in Sologenics, and then when I get a massive candle, just sell it.
Yeah, like today.
Right.
Back into XRP. XRP is only up 2 to 3%.
Yeah.
So then we got Bong actually pumped the same time as Sologenics, Monday the 18th. It bonked hit its all-time high. What did Solana do Monday the 18th? Solana, Monday the 13th. This is June. Here it is. So Sol didn't do that bad either. Sol hit 266 compared to its January 294.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. That's pretty close. And we have an anchor trigger wave on Solana right now.
Do we?
Let's look at
that. Let's look at that because I'm in a trade on Solana and I'm down.
Well, I think this is mirroring Ethereum because Ethereum is doing the same thing. Because Ethereum is also. Oh nope, you're right. Just Solana has an anchor trigger wave. Now, Ethereum's still looking good, but Ethereum's looking more like Bitcoin. Then Solana looks more like a regular alt anchor trigger wave. We'll scale down to the 1 hour. Short term downwards price action. The 21's about to cross the 50. This is kind of stronger support, though. We might only hit like a couple bucks lower. The waves are not quite at negative 60. We still might get a fake out. VWAP did just break down though in the 4 hour, but 1 hour. We're talking about lower time frames though. We don't have bearish divergence, but you kind of have like you could clearly see the pattern it's in.
Yeah.
Flagging out.
Yeah. Lower highs and higher.
Lower high. Yeah. Higher lows.
For the moment.
Yeah.
But I think that is going to play out in hindsight as lower highs and higher lows. Like, granted, for the moment, we don't know that this red candle here at the end doesn't keep going.
Do you have an anchor trigger where you're on the 12-hour? Suggesting you can go to, like we were saying, like 144 to 140.
Yeah.
Daily, we have a red dot. Today, it kind of getting smoothed over. We'll probably like it's rounded. It's not like head straight up anymore. We'll probably make like a little shoulder right here. Get a couple green dot, red dots.
Mm-hmm.
Suggesting we have a doji candle, a trend reversal from this, so we might come back down a little lower. VWAP's coming down. Red wave still in play. We're getting a rounding momentum wave. But the 5 days where we get the bullish green dot. 8 day, the green dot's not there. Just the weekly. That's kind of a little nervousing though, because because of I would like to see multiple time frames coincide with bullishness rather than just depending on one, hoping that it will flip all the others.
Yeah. Okay, I just discovered something. Sarah's beep number 3 is that is our hype music. Like, look, if the chat is blowing up and the price is pumping, kind of like Jason Casper's pump song, that's officially what that one's gonna be. For real. Like, if we ever get on stream and stuff is ripping, number 3 is where we're going.
Number 3 is where we're going. Number 2 is kind of quiet. I think I was talking to her about that today. If she could rechange that.
Yeah.
Ethereum. Trent. Scrolling. DBSI says we're going down. Almost looks like we're about to make a lagging death cross. Momentum waves coming down. VWAP still below the 0 line. Strength coming down. Stokes a little high. 4 hour. We are getting a doji candle for maybe a possible trend reversal. Maybe continue up to like right here, and I'm suggesting that because it almost looks like the same lower highs as Solana and higher lows. VWAP is kind of curving up. The 12-hour though on ETH has a red dot. All these charts are really messy, I'm not gonna lie. Even the daily has a red dot too. So you have the 12-hour has a red dot. The daily has a red dot. The 2 days kind of get rounded. You kind of want a little bit more hype to say. I want a little bit more hype before we get not good news, wherever it's coming from. Do you think that Jerome Powell's going to end up cutting rates in July? What are the markets saying? Like, what's poly market saying the odds are? Trent?
I think he's cutting in July, or he's cutting
Trent, I just lost you for about 15 seconds.
I know, I saw that. I don't know. Yeah. Well, look, I'll throw some of my charts up real quick.
Just throw it like a Swiftie throws a softball, because she can't throw a real baseball because she's Trent's favorite Taylor.
I bet she's pretty good at softball. The thing is...
Yeah, only because frickin' Travis Kelce plays softballs.
You know how tall she is, right?
She's pretty short.
Hey, look, the internet did not hear us say this right now. So just, if you're watching, close your ears. But she's taller than both of us. She's like 5'11". 5'11 and a half, probably.
That's because you're short, Trent.
We're like the same height, or I'm a little taller.
Definitely taller than you.
What? How tall are you?
Me and Taylor Swift are the same height.
You're 5'11"?
No, she's technically 5'10".
Okay, I'm 5'9" 3/4. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm definitely taller than you.
What? 5'10"? No, there's no way.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, but then look at the article underneath it. Taylor's height is 5 feet 11 inches.
Yeah, because she wears heels and socks and shoes.
Dude, the chick is tall. That's all I'm saying. Like, which, you know, again, my point is, I bet she's really good at softball. I don't know how much softball she's played, but I bet she could be good at softball if she tried.
You like the picture, Trent?
Why softball specifically as opposed? A good picture, yeah. Well, why softball specifically as opposed to volleyball? I don't know, but Trent's trying to spread the Taylor is a lesbian theory. No, I'm not. She said, "Short kings, get out of here."
Short.
Just because hey,
the car, what's cracking?
Look,
you're the man of the night,
right? Just because.
Have you met Bicarv? Have you met Bicarv?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He's came in several times with me.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, good to meet you. I'm the co-host.
Are you drinking whiskey?
No. This is my triple IPA.
Oh, I thought I saw a big old ice ball in there.
No, I can pour a little whiskey after this is over. Bicarv,
where are you from?
Yeah.
What's behind you in that picture? It looks like you took that picture at a restaurant, but I can't tell if that's a TV.
The name sounds like you're from Central Europe somewhere, you know? What did I walk into? Well, look, he was doing that because I'm sporting my my T-Swizzy shirt.
Yeah. No. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not a Swiftie. I'm an anti-Swiftie.
That's why we work so well together, you know?
Yeah, I'm Yin and he's
Yin
the
and Yang. Yeah,
I'm the Yin, you're the Yang. I ain't the Yang, you're the Yang. You thought Central Europe? I'm thinking
Central Europe is far off.
South Florida. You
South
way
Florida.
Off.
Yeah, that is way far off.
I was down in Florida last year and down in Tampa Bay. I have some friends out there in Tampa. It's freaking beautiful there, but man, it is hot. We went down to Florida and I ate alligator for the first time. Have you ever had alligator, Trent?
I have not.
Tastes like fish chips, fish lips.
I do smoke meat on my Traeger.
I stream from Seattle.
Smoked brisket. Yeah, I'm streaming from
the desert.
Southern California, right in between LA and Vegas. I'm 2 hours either way. But yeah, I smoked meat on my my Traeger pellet grill, right? Like smoked brisket, pulled pork, ribs. But I've seen people throw a small alligator onto their Traeger. And
would you do it?
I mean, would I do it? Maybe for fun. Would I like it? I have no clue.
You know where you know when you eat alligator, most of the meat's on the tail.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you eat a lot of the tail.
You eat a lot of tail?
I don't know. It depends. Trent.
Well, anyways, let me throw a few charts up real quick.
Bearish
time view.
Maybe.
Share screen. Is that to have a good place?
All right.
Sit on sit on a gator until it bites your balls off. That sounds dangerous to me.
Have you ever caught a gator? I could try to grab a gator's tail. I could do that. You know, like freaking Steve Irwin. He was the best at it.
Yeah.
How many times do you think he was bit by a gator?
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't watch him. He was bit by a lot of snakes. They have a place to play. Hey, you know where what's coming to Florida? You should check out Caleb and Brown, dude. They are our first sponsor or affiliate that partnered up with us, and they are building a brand new building in Florida.
In Florida, yeah. So thoughts on BTC? He said.
Dude, honestly, I'm leaning red tomorrow. I thought we would have a green day today, but we have a red dot in the 12-hour. It faked me out. We bounced off the trend lines, and we have a red dot on the daily. And now on the 2-day and the 3-day, we're not topped, but it's giving signals like it is a top. And honestly, the rest of the charts, usually you get a clear sign we're going down or going up, and right now it's kind of it's mixed mud right now. You know, we got sand and clay, and it's just not mixing very well, but we both know it gets you dirty. So the odds are that I think we'll have a red day tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't know if you follow us on Twitter, Bicar, but I told on Twitter this morning that Trump's letters were coming out today about the tariffs, and I was bullish last night, but this morning when I read that, it made me flip bearish, and I said, check out, guys, we're going to have possibly volatility today. His letters are coming out. As soon as those letters came out, man, we went down. It ruined my bubble. I was like, dang it. Bad and dirty, man, on an alligator. Dude, does alligators have balls, or are they ballless?
I mean, every male land mammal has balls, right?
Dremmer, welcome in. Alligators have balls, yes or no? Put a poll in the chat, Trent.
You're never late, Drummer. You're right on time.
How do you do a poll?
A poll? I can't do it from StreamYard. Let me hop over here to YouTube and see if I can do it.
Timestamps, community, moderation, participants, timestamps, reactions, pop-ups, pop-out chart, reaction, emojis, engage. Start a poll. All right. I got you, Trent.
You got me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run the charts real quick. So here's the thing. This is beautiful to me. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't care about a red day today. This chart is pristine. It's a masterpiece. Like, look, you have seemingly a series of lower lows at first, right? You have a low right here, a slightly lower low right here, and a slightly lower low right here, until and you think that you have a series of lower highs, right? Here, and here, except that this high is actually higher than the second high. Until you start to ask yourself, what happens when the current price action bottoms out either at the 21-day moving average at $106,470 if it gets there, or bottoms out at the point of control at $105,042. If it bottoms out at one of those two areas, at worst case scenario, it comes all the way back down to the bottom of the channel. But the minute we get a low that bottoms out somewhere within the channel here, then what happens is that we don't have lower lows and lower highs. We have lower lows sorry. We have higher lows and lower highs, right? That's kind of a tongue twister. Higher lows and lower highs. That's right, because if we bottom out somewhere in here, okay, we have higher lows and lower highs. You know, even this action right here is not quite lower highs, right? And what am I saying? The reason, it sounds like I'm drunk right now because maybe I am, but let me erase my drawings down here. Okay, so higher. Oh no, I erased the one I didn't want to erase. No, sorry. Let me redraw it real quick. This is fine because you know we can see it from the.
There are some things I didn't need to Google, Trent.
Do you notice I'm connecting the, I'm trying my best to connect the candle bodies, not the wicks. I truly believe that's the best way to do it. Anyways, you have lower highs and higher lows. Because if we bottom out somewhere around the point of control, that is a higher low. And we have had some lower highs. What this means is consolidation. It means that we're not in an uptrend or a downtrend. It means that we're consolidating. And what did we do if I come to the weekly chart? I'm taking a minute to load here. I don't know what happened.
Hey, Trent, you have another Bible friend in here. I'm just kidding.
It's just going sideways. Exactly. By the way, if you're just tuning in with us, if you've never been in here before, I just want to say it would touch T-Square right in his heart if you subscribe to the channel. It's a hard grind on YouTube, and we appreciate every bit of support that we can get. So look, we're coming to the weekly chart, and there's our flag right here, our sideways channel. Well, what happened back here? Right, this was when we were fighting tooth and nail to break this like $70,000 all-time high. Now, I'm not saying this channel up here is going to last as long as this channel. Look, this channel lasted all of 2024 almost. So, you know, and 2024 is the halving year. The post-halving year is going to be more explosive by nature. It always is. And that's going to hold true this cycle because the 4-year cycle is not broken yet. But we have a sort of miniature capitulation. In my opinion, this is what we're seeing. We're seeing a miniature capitulation. A miniature fractal. That's what I meant to say. A fractal is when one part of the chart mirrors an earlier part of the chart. They're doing the same thing. They look the same, right? Capitulation is when everyone panic sells at the bottom, but I meant to say a fractal, right? This is almost a miniature fractal of what we had over here. And once we break out of this, which I believe is going to be soon, especially with what Market Cipher is showing us on the weekly, once we break out of this, we're going to 125, 100.
Okay, just lagged out. 4 year 4-year cycle is not broken yet because the average cycle is 1,084 days from like the previous bottom, and we're like 1,027 days now. So we still have alt season in about 50 days on average. That's usually when alt season starts. And what Trent was saying too.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
So look, here's the thing, guys.
I could change it,
the week of July 14th. Everybody, go write this on your calendar.
Green or red?
Look, I say write this on your calendar, and I sound like a boomer. That's because I've been taking care of my 90-year-old grandma every day, and she literally writes things on her calendar. But like, set a reminder in your phone. I don't know. Write it on your calendar. The week of July 14th, the House of Representatives of the United States of America has declared the week of July 14th as Crypto Week. Why? Because they're getting ready to pass 3 enormous crypto bills. The Genius Act on stablecoins, a market structure bill. Okay? Like they are getting ready to pass 3 different major pieces of legislation about crypto, and the House, not Trump on his Truth Social or on his Twitter, but the House of Representatives has declared the week of July 14th as Crypto Week, dedicating it to crypto innovation in America, dedicating it to America leading the way in crypto innovation. Plus, July 22nd, write that on your calendar too if you're a boomer and you still write things down. Write that on your calendar as well, because that is the day that the working group, that the executive working group on crypto has to report to the Trump administration on how they are going to acquire Bitcoin and crypto assets as part of a strategic reserve. They are presenting the plan on July 22nd. There's no way. Bro, I was born in the 1990s, but I'm not a boomer. Gen Y. Hey, I was born in 1992.
93. 93. Trent.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you something, but I got to check. Hey, Des. I got to check. Never mind, Trent.
Oh, you're good. Like, guys, there's no way that July does not... I think that there's...
Are you able to answer that question?
Yeah.
Because Picard was saying that last alt season started July 17th, which I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm really seeing the difference in time-wise between on average when alt season starts. And it may have started also in July, Picard, but it also it didn't peak until like November. So it may have started in July, but the real run really didn't happen until like September, October, November.
Look, I think we're seeing the same thing. I think we're seeing the start of the last big run for this cycle. I think we're seeing the beginning in mid-July. Absolutely.
And also, I'm looking at the charts right now. Yeah, we did have a little bit of a green movement. We last. So,
well, look. He said it didn't start. It was the second run. Yes, we know this. Like,
no, well, the second run didn't even start there. To be realistically, like.
But 2021 was very unique with this. Yes, we had a peak in April. We had a peak in November. We had a May crash, and the recovery of the May crash was literally like July 20th. And so it was, it was so extreme that some coins like Chainlink did not. The April peak was higher than the November peak, right? However, this cycle is more closely mirroring 2020 2017 and 2013. There was way more manipulation in 2021,
Well,
and I think that the months of like bleeding that we've had against Bitcoin. Here's the difference. Okay, Bitcoin dominance went on a massive fall in April. Also, in 2021. Also, the Pi cycle top indicator flashed during the first peak, not the second peak. What does that tell you? It tells you that the top of the sentiment, guys, the top of the sentiment, institutions might have run it back up in November. But in 2021, the top of the sentiment was in April. The reason why is, you had Coinbase IPOing in April. That was the top of the sentiment. Not only that, you had Elon Musk going on to SNL in April, on the Saturday Night Live in April, and everybody thought Dogecoin was in a rip. The top of the retail sentiment was in April. But guys, we haven't had any of that yet. We have to understand that these cycles are not going to overlay on top of one another and look exactly like each other. They don't repeat, they rhyme. I'm going to say it again. They don't repeat, they rhyme.
Well, and also, Trent, I've been trying to get out. So he's saying that, we started a second run up in July. Okay, so we started at the bottom of that run at 30K, well, $100 away from 30K. And then by, September, we're at 40K at the low. So it's like, we're literally only up $9,000 or 25%. 25% gains on that by September. So it's like, yeah, we did have a second leg up, but then we gave most of it back before we really had the grand finale, and where we ran up to 60 some odd thousand.
Yeah. So also, when it comes to Cardano, right? I've said
he's made a hole to be carved.
I'm a big look.
It's not his biggest bag; it's his smallest bag.
No, that is not true. I've invested the most in Cardano. My XRP bag has become bigger because XRP is pumped more. But here's the thing about the XRP peak in September of 2021. That peak coincided with the Alonzo hard fork, which was the introduction of smart contracts on the Cardano blockchain. So in hindsight is 2020, no pun intended. The peak for ADA in 2021 was always going to be during the Alonzo hard fork. Of course, you have. Hey, what's up, Shadow Trade King? You have.
What's up, Shadow?
You have months and months. Years of building on Cardano without smart contracts, and smart contracts go live. Where did you get that hat? My wife got it for me on Etsy. Maybe she can drop in the comments if she's listening how she got it. But yeah, I have a couple of them. I like these hats. Cardano is my favorite blockchain, and I am a diehard.
Did you listen to Sean Ryan have Charles Hoskinson on for a 5-hour interview today? Oh my gosh, that doesn't make you bullish on crypto. Sean Ryan said that Cardano, how Charles explained it, was so beautiful. He's never heard another person ever explain crypto as smooth as that man.
Of course not. Charles Hoskinson is a genius. He's also...
I wonder why. I literally sat there and listened to him talk, and he can just go on and on. And It's like he knows so much, he doesn't even have to stop to think before changing subjects. I'm like, how did he become so smart in all these areas? He's like, I used to love mathematicians, and I used to go to school for math, and I went to school for more math, and I went to school for more math, and I realized it doesn't pay really good. So I decided, what do I want to do with all this math? And I went on to go learn about stars, and stars led me to this business, which led me to Cardano, and then I did more math for Cardano, and I got them all talk to each other. I was like, what? How is he going on and on and on? Like, it was really good storytelling.
Hey, that's my wife just posted where I got the hat. Where she got.
Don't click it. It takes you to a naughty site. Never trust anything from Etsy.
Look, so here's the thing. The peak of Cardano in 2021 was always going to be during the Alonzo hard fork. Things are different now. Guys, ADA is... Do you realize that we already have a Cardano spot ETF? It's Grayscale's...
Good point. That almost got me to click.
It's just an Etsy shop, bro. There's no scam.
Don't click links, remember?
No, that's true. Honestly, don't click links. But hey, what was I gonna say? Cardano all-time high.
Don't click links.
Cardano all-time high. Yes, Grayscale. So we already have a Cardano spot ETF, right?
You do that just like Charles.
It is in the form of the Grayscale, large cap fund being converted to an ETF, right? And coincidentally, it is the same 5 assets that are in the strategic reserve, or in Trump's crypto stockpile, anyways. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and ADA, right? So, guys, it's a different. This is what we need to understand. It's different. It's different than 2021. It's different than 2017. At this point, we have to just go with the flow, go with the charts. The Pi cycle indicator, the Pi cycle top indicator is not flashed yet for Bitcoin. We just have to feel it out for what it's doing now. Like, yeah. So at this point, we hold the line. Exactly. Look, Cardano is going to explode this year. It really is. It really, really is. Exactly. It didn't come this far for nothing. Guys, Bitcoin DeFi. We have, when Bitcoin tops out, it's going to be at least $3 trillion of market cap. Guys, the Cardano DeFi ecosystem has exposure, in theory, to $3 trillion of liquidity, because Bitcoin is native Bitcoin can be used on Cardano DeFi. You can hold Bitcoin in your Lace wallet on Cardano, like, because they're UTXO bros. You have Bitcoin operates on a unspent transaction output model, and Cardano operates on a extended unspent transaction output model, right? They operate on the same transaction model instead of an account-based model like Ethereum and almost everything else. Because of this, it makes it possible for native Bitcoin to live on the Cardano ecosystem. That means, in theory, up to $3 trillion of liquidity can flow into Cardano. Now, of course, all of the hardcore maxis are not going to use it. I get it. Then you also have institutions that are just holding it, that are not going to use it. I get it. Then you also have all of the lost Bitcoin. All of the lost Bitcoin that are on hardware wallets that people have lost their seed phrases to, right? That's not going to flow into Cardano. I get it. But what happens when anywhere from 0.05 to 5% of Bitcoin liquidity flows into the Cardano ecosystem like the Hoover Dam busting. No pun intended. Like the Hoover Dam busting. Guys, what happens? People used to say last year, when everybody was on their anti-Cardano kick, it's a ghost chain, nobody uses it, so on and so forth. And what did they say? Oh, there's no stable coins. There's no stable coins. Okay, never mind the JED, the most technologically sound algorithmic stablecoin in crypto. Okay, yeah, there's no stablecoin. Never mind IUSD on the Indigo protocol, which is going to be absolutely massive. Never mind USD.
You know what Charles said about stablecoins?
Huh?
He said that right now we have like a 250 billion like stablecoin, across the board. He's all like, well, what if like by the 2030, because of all this regulation coming in stablecoins, the Genius Act, he said probably by 2030 we might have like 10 trillion stablecoins across the board. Like imagine that, and then the ability that Cardano can interact with all ethoses across all crypto.
Guys, you don't think USDT and USDC are going to come to Cardano? Seriously.
Charles said he built Cardano. He said the problem is that none of the other networks communicate with each other. They all try to be the best. He said, well, what about the internet? He's like, the internet can talk to everything at once.
Yeah.
It's like they need a coin that can talk to everything. Instead of trying to outcompete, it can interact with everything and scale.
And hence...
And never, to this day, went down. To this day, Cardano's never gone down.
Right.
Look at Solana.
Hence midnight, dropping to, is it just me or is this music banging? Hey, Tyler's wife made this, T-Square's wife made this herself. So drop a +1 in the chat for Sarah if you like the music. It's a lot better than just the regular old StreamYard music that they let you upload. But anyways, heck yeah. So, guys, honestly, people are like, oh, where is USDT and USDC on Cardano? Honestly, guys, who cares? Number one, they are coming. Have you not noticed that Cardano is slower to market than everything else? It's slower to market, but it's best to market.
Hey, before you guys came in, we literally went to Cardano and we flashed back to like a top 100 coins and how well Cardano has done against them all. And Cardano is probably in like the top 10 coins of like the top 100 for like this year. There's some coins that have done better, but there's not a lot of coins that have actually outperformed Cardano in the top 100. And Cardano gets so much slack for being slow, except they're outperforming most of the market.
It
hasn't, wrong, Trent.
It hasn't busted through the stratosphere yet. No pun intended again. But guys, patience is going to be rewarded. So USDT and USDT are still coming to Cardano, but there is a bigger deal than that. And it's Bitcoin DeFi interoperability on Cardano. There's also Midnight dropping to 37 million users, 13 times the amount of active addresses on Cardano currently.
When does Midnight drop? It's soon, right?
There is not an official date yet. However, if I go share this tab, we do have, if you haven't noticed yet, we do have a calculator for the Midnight airdrop. And
you know how big Charles Hoskinson's ranch is in Wyoming?
I heard the number earlier, but I forget. It's big. Look, if you hold 12,500 ADA, you're going to get 10,200 night tokens in the airdrop. So if you hold like 20,000 ADA, I did the math earlier. If you hold 20,000 ADA, you're going to get about 18,000 night tokens.
Great nap.
In the airdrop. And up here, someone said, what do you think will be the market cap of Midnight's night token when it launches? Charles Hoskinson commented and said greater than 10 billion. Guys, this is insane.
How can that be?
Insane. I mean, there's been coin launches, token launches in the billions of dollars.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to understand. Like Cardano is like 16 billion right now, or 20 billion?
No, 20 something.
Like how can Midnight be that big with, you know?
Well, because they're going to be dropped to 37 million users at once. That's the reason why. And
like Picoin, that's why Picoin was so big.
Exactly.
Wait, that's why you like Picoin.
No, I hate Picoin.
And by the way, it's 20 billion almost on the dot.
How does that airdrop thing work? So, if you have your Cardano, if you hold your Cardano, look, I'm slightly unsure, and I apologize about that. I'm slightly unsure if you have to delegate your ADA to a stake pool. I do, personally. I delegate about 20,000 ADA to a stake pool.
Is that the Hit Network stake pool?
Huh?
The Hit Network Cardano pool?
No. Well, instructions are vague, yes. However, what you need to do is you need to go to Twitter and you need to search all of the wallets, all of the Cardano wallets, because they're the ones that are updating you on this. Watch, I'll walk you through this in real time. So I'm going to go to the Yoroi wallet. And look, they're all over it, right? Sneak peek, getting your Yoroi wallet ready for the Midnight airdrop. Yoroi is where I personally hold my ADA. So if you scroll down enough, you're gonna find Midnight Wallet Partnerships Update. 8 wallets are building support for the Midnight ecosystem, enabling secure and flexible access to the network's privacy-preserving technology. So, you know, these wallets are updating you on this.
What's the odds of them dropping Midnight because they don't have a date? Like they probably want to drop that during the bull run, right? I mean, that makes the most sense.
Oh, they're dropping it soon. Charles Hoskinson already said that they took the snapshot already. So they already took the snapshot of who is holding ADA, right? They already took that snapshot.
So don't go sell everything and buy Cardano right now because you'll miss it.
Yes. By the way, I hate to break it to you, but I think if you're holding your ADA on a centralized exchange, this is what it boils down to. If you're holding it on a centralized exchange, you're not going to get the airdrop. Unless the exchange makes a way for that to happen. But
it probably won't because that'll be a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're holding it on in a self-custody wallet, I do believe that you're going to get the airdrop even if you're not delegating to a stake pool. I do believe. So that's where that sits. And you know, look at the Eternal wallet. Look at the Nami wallet. Go to Twitter and look at all of these wallets because all of them are updating. You that they're ready to receive the airdrop. And even if they're not, guys, guess what? The airdrop goes to your public key, right? All of us are familiar with a private key, right? That's hidden in your seed phrase, right?
Yeah.
Actually, your private key exists locally on your device. your seed phrase is technically just a recovery phrase to recover your private key onto another device. But your public key is your wallet address. It's where it lives on the blockchain itself, and you can see on a public distributed ledger that X amount of whatever token is allocated to this public address, this public key, right? So, guys, even if the wallet that you're in doesn't support the airdrop yet, which all of them are going to, guys, just back up your wallet, use your seed phrase and back up your wallet onto another wallet, and then you're going to see the airdrop there. That's how that works, in case you didn't know. So
Grant, you want the good news or bad news?
Bad news.
Bad news is I think we have a few more weeks for the bull run.
Oh, for sure.
Because I was looking at this trend on ADA. This is ADA right now, and I drew the previous all-time high from last cycle from the bottom. These two trend lines, and maybe I'm just totally pulling numbers out of my butt, but I was looking at this section right here. We go right around here to like right here. And I'm like, that kind of mimics this section right here. And then let's say it mimics that. Well, then we have this second section right here, which is on the weekly, right? So we got a few months. Well, you draw that out over here, you probably end up like right in this area. And what's annoying about this whole thing is that if this section's mimicking this section back a couple years ago, then we have literally from July to the bull run of October. So now we got to sit right here in July, like that same week, and then we stretch it out. We're right here in October, November before we finally get that leg up to that crazy all-time high $4 or $5 level.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that's knowingly not accurate?
No, I think it is. I think that we're, mid to end July. I think that we're breaking out of the channel that we're in. I think that we're gonna go up to 125, 130. I think we're gonna retrace from there. I think we're gonna have a bigger final pump in Q4. All of that is somewhat predictable. It's just.
Did I not do it on my screen? Did I not have this pulled up?
Oh, no.
Oh, dang it. Gosh, dang it. So I was saying this area right here is kind of mimicking this area right here, the circles trend. And then I was saying this little time frame right here is like the same length of this time frame right here until we break out.
Oh, well.
So I was saying this circle area kind of looks like this circle area, except previous, and then this length of little patch starts in July and ends in last week of November, compared to this starts in July and goes to, last week of November.
Well, let me go to ADA on my chart, and let me see if I draw that.
What if we get like one more pump right here and we pump up top of the trend line back to 75 cents, and then we come down a little bit back to 60 to make everybody feel like it's never going to come, and then it breaks out in October.
Yeah. Share this tab instead.
Oh, Trent too.
Yeah.
Don't share it just yet, because I want to do this real fast.
Well, I mean,
No.
Okay.
This needs to get done today before we forget. Guys, if you do trade, head over to BitBuy. New users only. You deposit $100, you get $60 bonus versus 60% of your money. You deposit $500, you get $100. You deposit $1,000, you get $200 in bonus, and you deposit $5,000, you get $1,000 bonus. You can even take that $5,000 out and keep your $1,000 bonus in there, because you're just showing that you're willing to want to learn how to trade, and they'll supply you with a larger bonus up to $1,000. Now, what's cool about this, you get VIP level access too. It's the highest we can give right now. It's just 20% off your trading fee. So if you guys are interested in trading, please sign up for BitBuy. Thank you. And not only are you doing it because you want the bonus, but you're literally supporting this channel. And me and Trent have not taken a dime from any commissions. Everything that we have generated, we just put right back into the channel. That helps support us, supports the content. So we thank you guys for rating. Okay, Trent, you can take it over now.
Yeah, no problem. I think that there's two problems, not problems, but there's two like.
Can we backtrack for a second? Earlier, you mentioned the lost BTC. What are some horror stories that you've heard? I've had a friend throw out 8 Bitcoin. I mean, I had another friend. My brother-in-law lost over 100 Bitcoins because he was mining them back in like 2013, and then the server that he kept him on, like he has a laptop, but the server was shut down, and everything was taken. Probably gave you a time window to go get it, but he was tweaking back then, so he didn't get his coins till try to get them later.
That's rough. I don't have any stories like that, but I did invest in a scam in 2015, OneCoin. Still to this day, it goes down in history as one of the largest crypto scams on record. Now, I only put $500 in it, but if I would have just put that in Bitcoin, hey, like, it'd be pretty nice.
Oh my gosh, Trent. The man, the myth, the legend himself is saying not to worry. Crypto face himself. He says, how did we not see this? Jesus, take the wheel. We hit that last liquidation point down here, and right? Or is that head and shoulder?
No, that's not a head and shoulder at all.
It's an inverted head and shoulder.
Well, it's not that either. But
you just take the wheel.
Yeah, that's why he dubbed this as its own thing. Yeah. Actually, you know what? In honor of this, I'm gonna pour a splash of whiskey. Just keep us going for a second.
We're gonna read the comments. Jesus, take the wheel. They always let me playing out. Colorado Cures, Healing Award, Full Spec Hot Cream, not in a finance flat. Applause. Double bottom. Oh, you talking about the red diamonds or what? This is not a Jesus take the wheel, more like a Lucy take the wheels. Those red eyes. Jesus, what's the pattern called? Not sure JC had eyes like that. Jesus, take the wheel. You are always cutting off your time frames when you screenshot. He's saying, Jesus, take the wheel, guys. Spider line, upswing. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Super stoked, man. Let's get that glorious pump to the upside. New all-time highs inbound. 100. Oh man, it looks a lot more scary, like because of the red diamonds. But this pattern is a very good pattern. Gentlemen, this is where we part. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the drink. Till next time. Be carved. Take care. I will be here tomorrow. I guess Shem will be here tomorrow also at the same time as normal. And but Wednesday he won't be here. It'll be just me. But tomorrow we'll both be here. So come and join us. Check us out. Hit us up on Twitter so you don't miss any nice posts. All right. Have a good night. Good night, Bicarv. It's not back yet. Hey, Trent.
Hey.
We're back.
We're back.
Bicarv had to leave.
Oh, nice.
And so on that note, I'm going to leave too.
For sure. Well, as we sign off, a little
Taylor Swift whiskey.
E.H. Taylor's small batch. Now this is not as good as my E.H. Taylor single barrel, but it's still pretty good. And got my ice cube ball, just one ball, not two. Drop that in there.
It turns out also the poll we did earlier with that, do alligators have balls? It turns out alligators definitely have a dick. They don't have balls.
There we go.
Is that glass crystal?
No.
It looks like crystal.
No. It's just well designed. That's all. Well, want to sign us off?
Yeah, why not? Hey guys, thank you for coming out. Please like and subscribe. We've been stuck at 273 the last 2 days. It is so. Bless me. That's a sign that we're going to be blessed today. Yeah, get us past 273, please. It would be great to hit 275. We're pushing up to 300, and we really enjoy doing this. And even if we don't get to 274 today, we're gonna be back tomorrow because we just love it. And you got what's he saying? Goose on height. Goose night. Did I say that right?
Probably not.
Probably not. I tried. Hey, you guys, thank you so much, man. We love, like I said, we love being here, and you guys kick ass, take names. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace out.
Peace. Cheers.